There you are. Oops, I'm sorry. I thought you were there. Oh, you might think that it's okay, but it doesn't. Right? Everything does matter. My grade 4 student, whatever we do, whatever I do, whatever you do, it matters. In fact, everything around us is matter. Yes, my grade 4 students. I am sure you have heard about matter last session and how everything we come across in our lives is like matter. Okay? So like the air we breathe, the books you read, the toys you are playing with, those are matter. So you matter, I matter, we matter. Still confused? Don't worry, my grade 4 students. In today's lesson, we are going to explore more about matter. How are we going to do that? Let's read our work plan for today. First, we'll do our science bits and the we matter. Fact or bluff, which you are going to answer after our lessons in Genyo, and then we'll have thumbs it. Let's start with our science bits for today. Again, let us use our naturalist intelligence, concern for others, and love for oneself as we watch the video. We see something, we need to say something. So let us use our visual intelligence in explaining what happened with the video that we have watched. WHO taught us how to use and wear face mask properly. There is a correct way to put on and remove disposable face masks so that they are effective. If you have any doubt about a mask, immediately remove it, dispose of it, and wash your hands. Wearing a face mask and disposable gloves when going outside is helpful in protecting yourself and others from infection during this COVID pandemic. If face masks are worn, appropriate disposal is essential to ensure that we can avoid any increase in risk of transmission associated with the incorrect use and disposal of masks. So we can show a concern for others on how we properly dispose of the mask that we have used every day. They said that we need to change our mask every 2 hours. But what do we do with the mask that we have used? So we need to show concern for others if we know how to properly dispose of it. So pull them together and put it in the proper trash bin or a place or a container that it will not give risk in transmission to other people. We also show love for ourselves when we do that because if others are contaminated with COVID, we might get bacteria also to ourselves. So proper wearing, proper using, and proper disposal of face masks can help others and can help ourselves. Also, we learn how to take care of our environment if we do that. Right? Talking about face mask and how are we going to wear it properly or dispose it properly, we need to know one more thing. What are the properties of these materials? So our learning targets for today is, let me read for you. I can identify the physical properties of matter. I can identify the physical properties present in materials. Matter is anything that has mass and takes up space. Last time we talked about its general properties. Today we're going to talk about its physical properties. Let's have a recall. When scientists use the word matter, they are talking about solids, liquids, and gases. Matter can be found on Earth in three main forms. Again, solids, liquids, and gases. Solids are materials that have a defined shape and volume and that it stays the same. Liquids are type of matter that changes shape depending on the shape of its container. For examples, when you pour milk into a cup, it takes up the cup's inner shape. Matter that spreads out to take up all the space available in the container is called a gas. Air is a gas, so is helium, which is put inside the birthday party balloons. Basically, matter has 5 states or 5 things. Right? We have solid, liquid, and gas. There's 2 additional. We have Bio-Einstein condensate and plasma. But you are going to learn about these 2 states of matter when you go to junior high school. Just for grade 4, you are just going to learn about solid, liquid, and gas. So how can knowing the properties of matter can help you pick the right materials for the job? How will you know what kind of face mask are you going to use? How will you know what kind of basket or bin that you are going to use to dispose of your face mask? Let's find out. Matter can be identified through its property. What is a property? A property is a characteristic that is used to describe matter. How can you describe an apple to someone who has never seen one? Yes, you are going to tell its different properties. But how are you going to do this? Right, you will use your 5 senses. So, you need to use your smell, your nose, your sight, your eyes, hands for touch, and then hearing and taste. Last time we talked about different kinds of taste, okay? Different kinds of hearing like loud or soft, and the touch like textures, and then the sight, and then the smell. So when you look at an apple, how will you explain it to somebody? You use your 5 senses. So look at this one. When we use our eyes, how are we going to explain or describe an apple? It is red, is it yellow, or is it oval? So you have to choose which one. It is a red, shiny apple. So that is how you will use your sight. How about the taste? Is it sweet or bitter? So apple is sweet. How about your ear? How will you use your ear in describing an apple? Oh, when you bite an apple, it's crunchy. Okay, so when you hear the crunching sound, that means it's an apple. Okay, how about your smell? Is it sweet to your nose or is it pungent? How about the taste? Is it yummy or is it bitter? So you can use your 5 senses in describing an object or in describing an apple to your blind friend or to a person that does not see an apple yet. So what do you call all of this? These are called properties of matter. So what are the physical properties? How will you know that it is a physical properties? You can ask yourself, could I hold it in my hand? Yes. So what is it? Does it have an odor? Yes. It is safe to eat? Yes. Is it red or orange? No. Is it an apple? Yes, alright. So you can ask all of this question and your answer tells you that these are the properties of an apple or these are the properties of materials. Teacher, what is physical properties? Physical properties are properties that can be measured or observed without matter changing to a different substance. So you can easily identify because it is easily reversible. No new product is formed. It's just a state change. It means that it can always return to its original state. So these are all physical properties. So let's talk more about these properties. Matter can change from one state to another if heated or cold. Okay? If ice, if you put water inside the fridge, what will happen to the water? It will become solid like this one. So it's just change state from liquid to solid. If you heat it, what will happen? It will change into a gas. So these are just physical properties. So that means it changed states but it remains the same. It is still water. Physical properties. Example of these physical properties are appearance, odor, temperature, hardness, viscosity, and taste. So let's talk about this one by one. When we say appearance, it is the look, feel, texture in addition to luster. We have the color, size, shape, and quality defines the property of appearance of the material. So when you look at the mirror and you can see yourself, then what appears in the mirror is your appearance. How do you look like? What is the color of the clothes that you are wearing? How tall are you? What shape your body is? So those are appearance. Those are physical properties. Now this texture, you look at the picture. We have here stones, smooth stones. We have here rough wood. So texture is the smoothness or the roughness of an object. Texture refers to the surface quality in a work of art. We associate textures with the way the thing looks or feels. Everything has some type of texture. We describe things as being rough, smooth, silky, shiny, fuzzy, and so on. Some things feel just as they appear. This is called real or actual texture. Some things looks like they are rough but are actually smooth. Texture that is created to look like something it is not is called visual or implied texture. Next is the color, shapes, and sizes. So all of this, okay, can tell the physical properties of matter. We have different colors, we have different shapes, and different sizes. If you say that it is small, medium, or large, that means you are describing or telling the physical properties of materials. Is it round? Is it square? Or is it red or blue? So those are physical properties of matter. So no matter what your physical appearance is, when you have kindness in your heart, you're the most beautiful person in the world. Every day we look at the mirror. How do we look at ourselves? How do we look at our appearance? Now it depends upon what's inside your heart. If you have a kind heart, then your appearance will look beautiful. Okay? So outside appearance does not matter. What matters is the inside appearance, the inside of your heart. If you have a kind heart, then you are the most beautiful person in the world. Next property is temperature. We have two. We can describe matter in two types of temperature. Is it cold or hot? Right? The more or the higher the temperature, the faster the movements of the molecules. That's why if you touch a solid object, the movements of the particles of solid is very compressed. It can't move fast because they are tightly packed. So most solid are cold or has low temperature. And then look at the air or the gas. It can move freely. That's why when you boil water and when the temperature gets hot, what will happen? It will evaporate and turn into a gas because the temperature is high or it's hotter. So we can also describe physical properties by using their temperature. Is it hot or is it cold? The next property is taste. By using taste or by telling the different taste of material or an object, we are already telling its physical properties. We can identify taste into 6 different types. We have sweet, sour, pungent, astringent, bitter, and salty. Most of the time, you kids eat only sweet and salty. And you're not eating bitter food or sour food. But this type of taste are also needed by your body. Okay, now let's go to odor. Odor is also physical properties. We can also identify different odors or classify them into 7 different types. We have camphoraceous. Smell depends on shape of odor molecules. Example of these are mothballs or camphor balls. We put this one inside the cabinet to kill cockroaches. Doesn't smell good. It's not good to use it anymore because we kill cockroach, but we can also harm our body. So this is not good. The smell is camphoraceous or camphor. The next one is ethereal. So that means ethyl alcohol. Example of this is cleaning products. So we have pledge here in the picture. Ethereal odor. So it smells like alcohol or chemicals. We also have floral. Also from the word floral, that means it smells like flowers. So usually we can smell this in perfumes or what's that? The one that we are using after washing clothes, Downy. All right, so it smells like floral. We also have minty. Example of these are gums, no? Musky, so that means masculine smell. So if you can smell your dad and they are using perfume, the perfume that you can smell from them are musky. Okay, so men's cologne. We also have pungent. So that means it's not pleasing to your nose. Okay, so example of these are vinegar or your wee-wee or what's that? The trash. So we have these pungent odors. We also have putrid. That means stinky, so stinky, like rotten materials or rotten objects, rotten eggs. All rottens are putrid, so stinky. So when you use these 7 basic odors, that means you are already telling the physical properties of matter using odors. Next is hardness. Right? So we can tell if it's hard or easily breakable. So hardness is also a physical properties. Example of hard object is diamond. Diamond is the hardest materials on earth. Then we have here the talc powder. So that means it can easily break. So it's not hard. It's breakable. Next physical properties that we will discuss today is viscosity. What is viscosity? Have you ever thought of peanut butter as a liquid? Oh, yes. Peanut butter is a liquid. If you smear peanut butter on a wall, oh no, do not do that. Your mom will get angry. It will slowly slide or flow downward. If you spray water on a wall though, still not recommended because your mommy will also get angry. It will flow down the wall quickly. What makes this happen? This is what we call viscosity. Gravity pulls everything that is about the same size with about the same amount of force. Peanut butter, honey, motor oil, and water all flow at different rates. Why is that? Well, the answer is that they each have a different viscosity. Oh, teacher, what is viscosity? Let's see what that means. Viscosity is the property of a liquid that describes how fast or slowly it will go down or it will flow. You can think of viscosity as how thick a liquid is, okay, or how is the movement or how it will flow down, okay? So a liquid with high viscosity, that means it is very thick, like peanut butter. It will flow very slowly. A liquid with low viscosity or that's thin, like water, that means it will flow very quickly. In other words, it will flow freely. So what is viscosity? This is how fast or how slow a materials flow. Any more question? Wow. That's it for the physical properties of matters. Now let us check if you have learned about our lesson. So in your notebook, you get your notebook and your ball pen and copy the table shown in the video. This one. So let us use your visual intelligence. Write the physical properties present in the given materials. So what are you going to use? Your 5 senses. So using your 5 senses, you check number 1, lemon, blackboard, stone, paper, pillow, and tell the appearance, the texture, and the odor of this matter or this object. Okay? So after this video, I will give you 5 minutes or 10 minutes to do the properties check. Will that be okay? Alright. That's it for today. I want to see how you will react on our lesson. You do that if you learned a lot. You do this if you learned some. And do this if you need any assistance from the lesson. Okay? You can go to Genio and you can answer this in your account. Give me your reaction after this video. Yay! Another wonderful learnings from our scientific class. Let's look forward for more exciting adventures from our scientific class with Miss Shara. Goodbye, everyone. I love you all. Remember, you matter, I matter, we matter. Right? So it doesn't matter what kind of appearance we have. What matter is what's inside our heart. I give my heart to you. You give your heart to everyone. Goodbye, everyone.